Hi everyone, new day, new video. Obviously this is old news given I'm covering this episode over a week after its airing, but hey, it's content. As you may have ascertained from the title of this video, I am challenging Chisaki's argument about the resulting limits of Eric's quirk. Eri's quirk, sorry about that. Quirks in this universe remain dormant, like X genes, most likely until the start of puberty, or at least I think X genes are still the start of puberty, and quirks, though a number of characters were born with their quirks already active, while others developed them later in adolescence. So, I guess there's a difference. Evidently, the laws of physics in this universe are similar to our own. Like gravity and evolution, time is a concept these characters experience, thus acknowledging that history is both recorded and investigated. Meaning quirks, like the X gene in the Marvel Universe, are part of the universe's concept of the potential evolutionary achievements. Chisaki said, "It doesn't just stop at simply rewinding the flesh, it works on a much grander scale. It rewinds the course of the species to a time before quirks ever existed," referring to the assumption he made while conducting his experiments. He also said earlier that depending on how Eri uses her quirk, she could essentially devolve a human into a monkey, or to a monkey, though what he says later conflicts with the upcoming statement. Several seconds later, he states, "Everyone who touches her will be rewound into nothingness." And this is essentially confirmed in an earlier animated frame in which it's explained that Eri, upon physical contact, rewound her father to a point where he hadn't yet existed. This suggests that he already knows the limit of her quirk but can't, I guess, accept it. His mindset is that he can't accept such a thing. He interprets it the way he wants to. Meaning Eri's quirk allows her to reverse the evident effects of time on any object on the material plane, but evidently does not rewind time itself, nor does her quirk reset the mind or devolve a person to a point in which one species was less evolved. Eri should be able, at a later point, with more control, to rewind the effect of the injection that Muriel was subject to when he got shot. In game talk, resetting him to his last save point, biologically speaking. Her power shouldn't have an effect on the concept of time or the present state of an evolved animal, but it should influence time's effect on the material plane. More specifically, time's effect on living organisms, assuming her quirk's effect isn't limited to human touch. Or is limited to human touch. Meaning, if she were to rewind Muriel's physical state, she wouldn't be erasing the written history that states the fact that Muriel had a quirk before falling prey to said injection. Thus, in theory, his quirk isn't erased, but perhaps rendered dormant and inaccessible. History would be recording the reversal of time's effect on what she is touching. So, if you were to undo Muriel losing his quirk, she could also undo that point in regards to resetting him back again to having no quirk after giving him back his quirk, essentially. Because a number of characters awaken their quirk around the start of, well, I don't actually know when they start. I'm assuming puberty, but some cases kids have gotten their quirks at like 8 or 9 or whatnot, just earlier on. The doctor, I think from the first or second episode, revealed that it's the structure of the toe. So in that case, it develops whenever it develops. In case in which Muriel is evidently past, assuming that's when his quirk activated, again I'm assuming puberty, he can never activate and access his quirk again, only rewound to a point when his quirk had been active and accessible. Now admittedly, I haven't read far enough into the manga to be fully versed in what was going on as to what will happen. This is my best theory I have in regards to Eri's quirk and its effects in the My Hero Academia universe. However, I leave you with one last question and or theory. Considering Chisaki's quirk was deconstruction and reconstruction, Do you think he could have just figured out a way to deconstruct a person with a quirk and reconstruct them without their quirk? Not just rendering the quirk dormant, but unmutated. Do you think that's possible? Feel free to comment down, your answers to that. Provide your thoughts down below and your theories, if you agree or not and why. Feel free to hit that like button if you enjoyed. Share this video and subscribe for more. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video.